as if somehow they'd kind of forms to feel as if somehow they'd kind of been sort of blown in and are sort of blown into the corners. A language with materials. Now what that language is really hard to put into words though. I mean, you have an aesthetic, I suppose. And mine is always about forms that have grown. They just feel like they're growing on their own somehow. They're growing on their own somehow. And I think there's definitely a language involved because I feel familiar with the material, and then I also but maybe when you are making, you don't focus too hard on what all those meanings are. You just know them to be true. All those meanings are. You just know them to be true. It is about a thrill of producing something, so all my shapes started off as forms that you could get inside. So the whole thing began with me moving sticks around me and getting that thrill of, right, well, I've just made that and I'm in it. When I was little, I used to build dens in the woods and tree houses, and the process of building them was absolutely ingrained. I've no idea really where it came from. Could not stop building these things. I had to return to a process of not using any rules, just complete freedom. I couldn't possibly try and follow a process. Of loops and hoops, and the willow is only 6 feet long, so you can only get a curve of a certain size, and you can only make each line stretch so far. So it's essentially it is like a hatch drawing that, you know, if you did it, you'd do the outline and then you'd maybe sort of fill it in, and then you'd get denser and denser and denser, and it's a little bit like that. It's been knotted, it's been placed, it's been curved. Most people, when they encounter them, they ask all the questions about, well, what is it? But they seem to also somewhere understand, and that's all I want really. That there's a deep familiarity with those natural places that we make our own.